How much wallpaper do I need for this room? Let's dig in. Hey everybody, Dave Cook, D'Franco Painting and Wallpaper, and we're doing a quick video. I'm not gonna say quick. We're doing a video on wallpaper. So I have some notes to make sure I kind of covered everything. We got a blog post that this video will be in also. It has a lot more details, but these are just some basics for it. So people, every time we go to do wallpaper, people always ask, how much wallpaper do I need for this space? Well, as much as I don't like the word depends, it depends. So the biggest thing is, how big is the room? How big is the wallpaper? What kind of wallpaper? How many obstacles? Pattern repeat, size of the roll, width of the roll, all determine how much paper you will need. One of the biggest misconceptions and things we have to combat about wallpaper is on the wallpaper roll itself. I don't have one here, I'd show you. The size, the wallpaper, it'll give you all the information on it, where it's made, what kind it is, pasting, strippable, blah, blah, blah. It'll say how wide it is. It'll say how long that roll is, and then it says covers, say, 52 feet. Well, yes, that roll, if you unroll it top to bottom, end to end, it will cover 52 feet. The problem is your walls aren't 52 feet. So the best example is here in Huntley, there's a lot of homes that are 9 feet tall. And if you have a paper that's got a 2-foot repeat and the wall's 9 foot, that means every sheet that you have to hang is going to be 11 feet tall. If you only have a 28 to 30 foot roll, that means you're only getting 2 pieces of wallpaper out of that roll. So that wallpaper may cover 52 feet, but you need, you need 11 feet per panel of wallpaper going around that room. So it means you're getting 2 per roll, which means you're ordering a lot and you're throwing away almost 26% of your wallpaper is getting thrown away, almost 30% actually. So square footage or linear footage on a roll does not mean that's how much it's going to cover when it comes to rolls of wallpaper. If you're doing a mural or it's a custom thing, Murals Your Way does a great one, Spoonflower does a great one where you give them your wall dimensions and they print the paper to fit that size. But that's different than buying just rolls of traditional wallpaper. So I included a bunch of them in there. When we're doing wallpaper, we're doing strip counts. So I just talked about square footage method, how many square foot or linear feet you're gonna get per roll. We figure strip count method for installing wallpaper. So we're gonna measure the width of the paper. We're gonna measure the width of the room and the height of the room. So the width of the room in feet, and then we're going to figure out how many inches it is and divide by what the width of your wallpaper is. And that determines how many pieces of wallpaper we need for a given room. And then we go to the height, however height it is. If it's 8 feet, if there's no pattern, then you're going to get 8 feet. If with cutoff, it's 8 foot, like 4 inches per panel that we put around your room. If you have a pattern, you have to add that pattern to each piece. So just like the other one I just talked about with how many pieces you're getting per roll, you have to figure out if you have an 8-foot piece plus a 2-foot repeat, that's 10 foot you're getting. If you have a 30-foot roll, you should be able to get 3 pieces out of it. But I will say that's not a guarantee and it's not 100% true because we don't know how the paper was rolled from the factory. So typically when they print the paper, they just print massive rolls of wallpaper and they'll print 100 to 200 yards on a given run. Well, when they put it on the roll, all they're doing is spinning it and it's just 33 yards, cut. If it's 30 yards, cut. There's no rhyme or reason to where that cut is. So I can't say for certain that every piece is going to come out kind of like a legal pad. I can't guarantee that every piece is going to have this 1 inch on the top or the same repeat or the same pattern. It could be staggered. So if that's true, I might have to cut into it 8 inches before I get to your pattern. So that can throw off how many pieces you get per roll. We've had instances where the pattern was not the same per roll. It was kind of an odd room, but we got 6 pieces on one roll and we got 4 on another. And part of it was because there was some height differences, but it was really weird just how it was. And then defects. They can have defects in those rolls. So if you have a pattern defect, misprint, ink, smudge, cut, who knows? You want to always order an extra roll anyway, but those also affect how many pieces you're going to get. So with those panels you're going around, you're figuring how many pieces you need to go all the way. So we figured, say, 10 pieces based on the width of the room. 10 feet, I can get 3 pieces. So now you just figure out how many strips, how many strips divided by 3. So we said 10, you're getting 3 pieces. You need 4 rolls of that wallpaper. That is the most effective way and the most precise way to order wallpaper. Don't rely on the square footage. Do not reduce for doors. So even there's a door, there's a window, do not cut that away from your square footage, because when you're putting wallpaper up, if you have that little tiny strip on the edge of the door frame, you still need a full sheet from top to bottom to go all the way down, which means you still need a 10-foot sheet of wallpaper. You're throwing away part of that other opening, but you still need it for that door. And if that wallpaper just happens to fall right in the middle of that door, which it does 90% of the time, you're getting, say 12 inches above the door, and you're getting 4 inches on this side of the door, 2 inches on this side of the door. But you still have to have that whole sheet in order to account for any of the pattern repeat that goes around the room. If you have a vanity with open bottom, well, it doesn't matter if you have a vanity, because that pattern has to go all the way through so you can see through the bottom if there's shelving on there. No reflection. Yep. I think that's everything. If you have questions on the amount of wallpaper you need for your room, if you have questions about what we just said, definitely give us a call. This will be on our blog post also. We put a link to another video we did on here on how to measure a room. If you're not sure how to do that, which can happen. There's different tools, some nice shortcuts you can use for that. Let us know. Leave your questions below, or you can also email, call us, whatever. Love your questions. Love to see how we can help you love the space you're in and answer your questions about painting, wallpaper, cabinets. Inside and out painting, by the way. Hope you guys have a great day. God bless.